Hi, welcome again. This is the counter press again with me, Fiifi-Manfred, and it's the weekend's edition. It's Saturday's edition. It's the Saturday after Good Friday's edition here on the counter press. So please, like we always do it, if you've not subscribed, if you've not liked, if you've not shared, kindly do so. Do subscribe to the counter press. Do turn on the notification button, turn it on, the bell that's down there, kindly turn it on so that anytime we bring up some content, anytime you're going to be the first to get it. And then of course do subscribe, just that anytime you get any updates from us as well. And please do comment, like and share as well. I'll be very, very grateful if you do that for us. So on the agenda today is, first of all, there are a lot of English Premier League games that are going to come on this Saturday. I'm going to analyze every bit of it. There are some games in the German Bundesliga as well. I'll go through them, analyze them quickly for you. Then, of course, I'll go to the Italian Serie A, also analyze the games for you. And then, of course, within the betting tips also are going to be in there. So stick and stay with me. My name again is Fiifi-Manfred, and this is the counter press. So first of all, let's go to the English Premier League games. There are a lot of games on a Saturday, starting with the early kickoff game. Erik ten Hag's men are home against Aston Villa in the English Premier League. Mind you, Manchester United did win against Brentford last week at home. They won by a solitary goal over there. They had about 65% ball possession, about just three shots on target, which is not as good as you'd want, especially if you exert that control in the middle of the park against a team like Brentford. But then Brentford were a very stubborn side, and it's definitely going to be the same against Everton, who are relegation strugglers. It's going to be a 4-5-1 from Everton. Dwight McNeil in the middle of the park together with Idrissa Gana Gueye, Abdoulaye Doucouré had a set matching orders in that game, so definitely we are not going to see him. But we're definitely going to see Alex Iwobi from out wide and Demarai Gray leading the alliance for Everton. Whilst for Manchester United, the middle of the park is going to be that double pivot of Marcel Sabitzer and Fred. Not so bad, averagely a good midfield. Then out wide, we are going to have Marcus Rashford, Anthony in the middle of the park at number 10, Bruno Fernandes, and then of course the man Worth Weghorst leading the alliance for Manchester United. This is a game that I think that the game is being played at home. Definitely Manchester United do have enough to dominate play, to control the possession of the game, and to dictate the pace of the game from the middle of the park. So definitely there's a slim Manchester United win. If you want, you can go for a double chance in that game. And to your next game quickly, Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. These are two sides where with different tails on the table. Nottingham Forest have been struggling over there. Their coach has come under a lot of pressure, Cooper. And then of course on the side of Unai Emery, he himself did come under pressure when he was at Arsenal. He knows exactly how it feels like. But for Aston Villa, he has been doing very well. And his team got a draw against Chelsea. They did go away to Leicester City and got something away from the King Power. So they're in good place. Playing at home at the Villa Park, it is Aston Villa will draw at home against Nottingham Forest. If you want as well, it's an over 1.5 in that game. I'll advise you to go for that. Brentford at home is a stubborn side, but then look at who they are meeting this weekend. It's against Newcastle United. It's a big game. It's a game that's straightforward. I'm going to tell you it's an over 1.5 game, possibly even an over 2.5 game over there as my pick in that game. Fulham, West Ham United. West Ham United, David Moyes was under some pressure, but then the club has come out to tell everybody, the fans and everyone all across the world, that David Moyes has their support and they're backing him to take them through to the season. For Fulham, Marco Silva has done a stupendous job. He has done a very good job for me. One of the best midfielders in the league this season has been João Paulinho. I do not understand why some of the big clubs did allow him go to Fulham for little to nothing. And they have been a very good side. Pereira has been a differentiator player in that Fulham side this season. William has been very good. Alexander Mitrovic is sending his matches ban, but then definitely is a top player and has added a lot to the Fulham side. I don't think that's going to take anything away from them. I think it's going to be difficult for West Ham to break them down. Mind you, it's a London derby. But then, of course, it's a double chance for Fulham at the Craven Cottage against West Ham United. For Leicester City against AFC Bournemouth, I mean, it's a game that King Power knew after the tenure of Brendan Rodgers. They did not get the maximum points against Aston Villa. You expect that in a game like this, in the second game running, they'll get something from there. You can avoid this game, but obviously it's a double chance for me here for Leicester City against AFC Bournemouth. Then, of course, there is Tottenham Hotspur versus Brighton and Hove Albion. You remember the reverse picture of this one? Brighton and Hove Albion was stubborn. They gave Antonio Conte's Tottenham side at the time a whole lot of issues in that game. I'm expecting that this game at home under Stellini is not going to lose against Brighton and Hove Albion, but of course there's going to be some goals in there. So another 1.5 also. Then to the big one on Saturday, Chelsea, Frank James Lampard first game. The last time Chelsea won away to Wolves was under Frank James Lampard. Since then, Thomas Tuchel had a couple of draws away at Wolves. Graham Potter himself has not had an exciting time when it comes to some of these games, the English Premier League. And it looks like Frank James Lampard, I mean, it's obvious, he's going to get his first game over there. I think that there's some good stuff. If you look at the Chelsea on scene videos, he listened to him. There's some intensity in Chelsea's training. And I think that possibly players like Thiago Silva, who are the most minutes under Frank James Lampard, may not be playing. Someone like N'Golo Kante, definitely. Now Chelsea have the all-important diamond. I mean, if I say diamond, I'm alluding to the mineral diamond midfield of N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, and then of course Enzo Fernandez. Kovacic can be one of the two attacking number 8 together with N'Golo Kante, whilst Kovacic will be the deep line playmaker to dictate the pace of the play from deep and outside. So it's a good one for Chelsea Football Club. I think they have what it takes to break down Wolves because Julian Lopetegui, Ruben Neves is out of this game. His teams are not getting enough goals, and even at the Molineux, they're not playing so well. So it's a game that I expect that Chelsea will go away to Wolverhampton Wanderers and get something from it. I mean, most likely can be a draw, a double chance Chelsea in a game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. But I do not see, after a new manager bounce, after a new shape. The problem, however, is are Chelsea going to play in a 3-back like Graham Potter did in his last days? Or Frank James Lampard is going to go back to the 4-2-3-1 and a variation of the 4-3-3 that he so loves at Everton and his first stint at Chelsea and even at Derby County. It's just a matter of time. Is Mason Mount going to get a shout in this game? But what I can tell you is that definitely Chelsea are going to get something out of this game. Then again, finally in English Premier League, Southampton versus Manchester City. You see, Manchester City are difficult and a tricky side. This season, their away form hasn't been so good. So if you want to go ahead and analyze this game, then you have to put that into perspective, especially playing against the Southampton side that in recent games have found some very good vein of form. They've gotten some draws against Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur in the last about 3 to 4 weeks. They have done very, very well since the sack of Ralph Hasenhuttl. They're being the courses that they want to hold up to their place in the English Premier League this season. That is going to be a tough one, especially when Manchester City are coming home to the St. James Park, to St. Mary's Park. But again, you'd want to give Southampton everything because Manchester City's away record hasn't been so good, especially to teams in the bottom half of the season. But trust me, with Erling Braut Haaland, with Julian Alvarez, with Riyad Mahrez finding some rich vein of form, and then that combination that I saw against Liverpool of John Stones dropping into the middle of the park, and all of those variations of Pep Joseph Guardiola and exactly how he wants to play. That seeming back three, and then of course in the middle of the park, 3 midfielders in Bernardo Silva, Ike Gundogan, and of course John Stones, making sure that they had a lot of control, a lot of technical players, and a lot of physically astute players in the middle of the park. I think that they have exactly what you take. Mind you, Jack Grealish now plays to exactly what Pep Guardiola wants to see. The very good positional play. He does it very well. So I think also that regardless of Southampton's very good form in recent times and Manchester City not so good form going away, I think that definitely Man City and over 1.5 should get a job done over there. Running through a quick of the games in Spain. First key amongst them is Real Madrid staying at home against Villarreal. It should be a big win for them. The old boys will be rested. Modric, Cruz definitely are going to be rested. But mind you, Shimeni, Ceballos, Valverde can get a job done. Vinicius Jr. And mind you, we're in the month of Ramadan. Karim Mustafa Benzema possibly is going to get another goal. So it's Madrid straight win. Definitely an over 1.5. In the Italian Serie A also, there's a big one. Lazio versus Juventus. I've had Juventus didn't start their season well. They've picked up the pace. They were sanctioned. They've done very well to get to where they are now. Lazio are second on the table. Mauricio Sarri's team are playing very well with a lot of verve and intensity at home. I do think that this game is going to be a game that is going to be Lazio's to lose. I'll put my money on Lazio against Juventus. Juventus are without Juan Cuadrado. They'll have to make a lot of changes to fit to that. So definitely for me, it's one for the today. German Bundesliga. Thomas Tuchel did lose to Freiburg in the DFB Pokal, but I don't think it's going to happen this time again. Freiburg are not going to be second time lucky. I think Thomas Tuchel and Bayern Munich are going to get a job done against Freiburg. And of course, Union Berlin versus Borussia Dortmund at the Signal Iduna. It's a tough game. For me, this is the biggest game in the German Bundesliga. Finally, I think that this is a goal. Both teams are definitely going to score. It's a tough one, but definitely both teams are definitely going to score over there. So these are my preview for the most important games for the weekend. Thank you very much for joining me here. This is the Counter Press. I'm grateful for your time. Please, like I always say, thank you. Take good care of yourself. Enjoy your holidays. But please do subscribe. Do turn the notification button. Kindly do like. Leave some comments in there for me because I'll be grateful. I'll be leaving our Counter Press Fiifi-Manfred WhatsApp group links also in the description. Tap on them and join. Tell me exactly how you feel. Let's discuss football. Let's discuss these games. Of course, on Twitter, I'm at Fiifi_Manfred. Please share, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. See you soon.